When James Gunn made his move from Marvel to DC, he didn't just switch franchises, he brought a new energy, a signature style, and an unexpected advantage that might just tilt the balance in DC's favor. Gunn, widely recognized for turning the oddball Guardians of the Galaxy into fan-favorite characters, has now begun reshaping the DC universe with a different lens, and it's starting to show. As the creative lead at DC Studios, Gunn has full control over the new continuity of the DCU. Interestingly, the first 3 major projects in Chapter 1 of the DCU all originate directly from his vision. These aren't just projects he approved, they're stories he wrote, directed, and infused with a tone that blends absurdity with heart. But beyond the usual superhero action and comic book narratives, Gunn has subtly built a powerful storytelling weapon into the DCU. And it's not what most fans would expect. James Gunn's animal element is changing the game. Unlike other directors in the superhero genre, Gunn has always embraced the underdogs, sometimes literally. Animals and animal-like beings have become emotional cornerstones in his stories. At Marvel, Rocket Raccoon went from comic relief to a tragic, complex lead in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. That film revealed Rocket's painful backstory, and his character arc helped deliver one of the most emotional finales in the entire MCU. Now that same emotional strategy is being carried into the DCU, and it's even more deliberate this time. It started with Creature Commandos, the animated project that kicks off the DCU. Among the team is Weasel, a grotesque, animal-like figure with an unexpectedly heavy backstory. This isn't a character played for laughs. Gunn gave him depth, trauma, and redemption, making the creature more than just a weird sidekick. Then came Superman. In this fresh take on the Man of Steel, Krypto the Superdog isn't just a gimmick or a throwaway nod to comic book fans. He plays a meaningful role in both action and character development. Krypto helps Superman grow, both as a hero and as a person, making the dog an emotional anchor throughout the film. Now, Peacemaker Season 2 takes that formula and pushes it further. In one of the most thrilling scenes of the new season, Peacemaker's pet eagle, Eagly, single-handedly defends their home from Argus agents in a full-blown action sequence. It's funny, unexpected, and surprisingly moving. A bird becomes the centerpiece of a superhero battle, and somehow, it works. Marvel never truly embraced this formula. The MCU has had its share of animal characters, Goose the cat in Captain Marvel, a few side creatures here and there, but none have played the kind of core, story-defining roles that Gunn consistently gives to animals. Rocket Raccoon was the lone exception, and now that Gunn has left Marvel, so has that emotional edge. It's not just about cuteness or comic relief. Gunn uses animals as emotional catalysts. They often highlight vulnerability in the heroes, expose deeper themes, or even become symbolic extensions of the characters themselves. By embedding these creatures deeply into his stories, Gunn taps into something both primal and universal, our connection to animals as symbols of loyalty, loss, innocence, and resilience. DC's emotional advantage is growing. This strategy gives DC a noticeable emotional depth. While Marvel continues to rely on formulaic banter and multiverse chaos, Gunn is building a universe that surprises the audience with quiet moments of sincerity, often told through the eyes of a dog, a raccoon, or a scrappy eagle. With the MCU increasingly criticized for feeling repetitive and bloated, Gunn's DCU is beginning to feel fresh, personal, and emotionally resonant. It's still weird, still wild, but now there's more heart at the center of the spectacle. And that might be what finally makes DC stand apart.